I just always thought, like, I'm going to play in the Western League, I'm going to play in the Western League, I'm going to play in Saskatchewan, and now I finally am. So that's a pretty amazing feeling.
It's a new look, Prince Albert Raiders, after the 5-game BC road trip. After the last game, Brendan Gooley was dealt to the Prince George Cougars. In exchange, the Raiders get 2 players and 2 draft picks, including 18-year-old Kolby Johnson, who dreamed of wearing a Prince Albert Raider uniform as a youngster.
I've been wanting to do this since I was just a little kid. I used to come to games. I went and watched them and went with my grandpa back in Saskatoon too. So it was such a good feeling when they told me I was coming here. I know there's lots of opportunity, and I know the boys really want to win, and we want to start having a winning mentality and bring that winning tradition back. So I'm really, really excited to be a part of this.
By all accounts, Johnson brings a distinct style to the Prince Albert Raiders.
I try to be kind of an agitator, energy, personality out on the ice. I try to be first in the corners on pucks and just always work hard and get the guys into it, and team first, shot block, get pucks out, get pucks deep. That's the kind of game I like to play, and I'm definitely not afraid to drop the gloves and duke it out with those who are willing.
17-year-old defenseman Max Martin also came over in the trade, and he describes himself as an offensive puck-moving defenseman.
I knew, but no one else knew, so I wasn't allowed to tell anyone. And I was part of Prince George for the game, but after I was in Prince Albert Raider, so I went down to that room and met all the guys. But it was weird. I couldn't tell anyone, and it was just awkward spot.
Martin is also happy about an increased role as a Raider.
I'm going to be an offensive D-man like how I normally play, and be on the power play and just basically do my thing.
General Manager Curtis Hunt calls Johnson a throwback to the old days of the Prince Albert Raiders.
Kolby's probably the player they wonder who's Kolby. You know, maybe he doesn't come as highly touted. Good Sasky boy, played midget AAA in Swift, a little bit in the SJ before going to Prince George. But what he brings is an energy and a physical play and a willingness to back up his play. I think for our club, we're a young group, and I think there's times we could use that presence. I think our building could use that presence.
Hunt says Martin also fills a big need on the Raiders' blue line.
He's an offensive defenseman. You know, he's been plagued by a little bit of injury, so we don't know a lot about him, but when you watch him up close and really focus on his game, he's got terrific feet. He can play with tremendous pace, or he can set the pace, whatever way the game needs. He can play on the offensive blue line, and obviously well documented our special teams, especially our power play, and we feel he's a guy who can help that out right now.
The trade also includes the Cougars' first-round draft choice in 2018 and their second-round selection in 2019. So this deal is very much for the present and the future. For Sega's Inside Edge, I'm Drew Wilson.